So it seems like not every month, but every week, there's some new controversy about Conor McGregor. Whether it's a lawsuit, a public meltdown, or some bizarre incident at an event, McGregor has completely lost control of his image. He went from being the biggest star in combat sports, a double UFC champion, to a guy who's more known for Twitter rants and courtroom drama than actual fighting. And now, things have hit rock bottom. McGregor recently lost a civil rape case against Nikita Hand, a woman from his hometown. The jury found him liable and ordered him to pay over 248,000 euros in damages. But honestly, that's the least of his problems. His reputation is destroyed, his business empire is collapsing, and even his home country seems to have turned its back on him. Rise of Conor McGregor. But before we get into how McGregor lost everything, let's take it back to where it all started. At one point, Conor McGregor was the face of MMA. He had talent, charisma, and the ability to sell fights like no one else. He dominated the featherweight division, knocking out Jose Aldo in just 13 seconds. He became the first simultaneous double champion in UFC history, beating Eddie Alvarez for the lightweight belt. McGregor wasn't just winning fights, he was a cultural phenomenon. He headlined some of the biggest pay-per-views in UFC history, fought Floyd Mayweather in a blockbuster boxing match, and launched his own whiskey brand, Proper 12. It looked like he had everything figured out. The beginning of the downfall. But then came the turning point. After cashing out big in the Mayweather fight, McGregor lost the hunger that made him great. His training became inconsistent, his performances in the octagon declined, and his personal life spiraled out of control. It started with legal troubles, smashing a fan's phone, sucker punching an old man in a pub, and multiple allegations of assault. But these were just warm-ups for the real scandals that were about to come. The recent scandals. In 2023, McGregor was accused of sexually assaulting a woman at an NBA game. According to reports, he aggressively kissed her, forced her into a bathroom, and assaulted her. She managed to escape, but the case didn't move forward due to insufficient evidence. And then, in late 2024, Nikita Hand took McGregor to court in a civil rape case. She claimed McGregor had choked and assaulted her in a Dublin hotel in 2018. McGregor denied it, saying it was consensual, but the evidence told a different story. She had injuries, a doctor had to remove a tampon that was lodged inside her, and a voice recording of her crying to her boyfriend detailed everything that happened. Despite McGregor's denial, the jury ruled against him. He had to pay 248,000 euros in damages. But while the payout might not hurt his bank account, the reputational damage is permanent. Brands and business failures. Since the ruling, brands have been cutting ties with McGregor left and right. Proper 12 whiskey dropped him as the face of the brand. Major retailers pulled the whiskey from their shelves. The creators of the Hitman video game franchise cut ties with him. More companies are likely to follow, and McGregor is set to lose millions in sponsorship deals. And McGregor's response. A few days after the ruling, McGregor broke his silence on Twitter, saying, "If people want to hear from me, I needed time. I know I made mistakes 6 years ago. I should have never responded to her outreaches. I should have shut the party down. I should never have stepped out on the woman I love the most in the world. That's all on me." But everything that happened that night was consensual, and all the witnesses present swore to that under oath. I have instructed my legal team to appeal the decision. I can't go back, and I will move forward. He deleted the tweet shortly after. Meanwhile, McGregor's longtime partner, Dee Devlin, shocked everyone by blaming Nikita Hand. Instead of addressing McGregor's infidelity, she called out the woman for allegedly texting and sending pictures to Conor. She ended her statement by saying, "Conor and I dealt with these issues privately years ago. We have 4 beautiful children whose smiling faces are a testament to who we are." In other words, she's standing by him no matter what. The final nail in the coffin. As if things weren't bad enough, McGregor is also being sued for $8.3 million by his former training partner, Artem Lobos. Lobos claims that McGregor stole the idea for Proper 12 whiskey from him and that he was promised a 5% stake in the company but never got a penny when Conor sold his shares. McGregor has to appear in court again soon, and this case could cost him even more money. Where does he go from here? At this point, McGregor's career is in limbo. He hasn't fought in the UFC since 2021 when he snapped his leg against Dustin Poirier. He was supposed to return in 2024 against Michael Chandler, but the fight kept getting postponed. Now, with all these scandals, his return to the octagon is looking less and less likely. And even if he does come back, who's really going to support him? His home country of Ireland has turned against him. Fans who once idolized him are embarrassed by what he's become. Even fellow fighters are calling him out. Michael Bisping, Joe Rogan, and DC have all publicly criticized his behavior. At this point, McGregor's story isn't about a fighter's comeback. It's about a man who had it all and threw it away. The rise and fall of Conor McGregor is one of the most dramatic stories in sports history. He went from being the face of the UFC to a cautionary tale about what happens when fame, money, and power go unchecked. Will he ever turn things around? Or is this the end of the McGregor era? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching.